Namaskar. Hello. This is Vaishnavi from India with you to tell a tale. I share stories from all around the world, hoping to make your life voyage a bit smoother. Today, I bring you a Zen story, the tale of Toyo, a young disciple, and Mokurai, the silent monk. It is a story about patience, learning, and the wisdom hidden in silence. Listen closely, reflect on its meaning, and let me know what you learned and where you are listening from. Your thoughts and presence make these stories come alive. Now, let's begin the journey into the Zen tale of Toyo and Mokurai. In the ancient city of Kyoto, nestled among whispering pines and winding stone paths, stood the Kenin temple. Its wooden beams had weathered centuries of rain and sun, and its gardens carried the fragrance of moss, incense, and still water. Among the monks who lived there was a young one named Toyo. At 12 years old, he was the youngest. His robes were slightly too long and his steps still light with youth. Each morning, he watched the older disciples walk with calm dignity towards the master's quarters. They went to receive sanjen, a private guidance where the master would offer koans, puzzles for the spirit, meant to awaken insight. Toyo longed to join them. His heart was restless with curiosity. One morning, he bowed before Master Mokurai and asked, "Please, may I do sanjen too?" The master's eyes softened. "If you wish," he said, "come to me this evening. I will give you a koan. But be prepared, you may not be able to solve it." That evening, Toyo entered the master's room. He struck the gong, bowed 3 times, and sat quietly. The master waited, letting silence fill the space like a deep pool. Then he spoke, "We know the sound of 2 hands clapping. Teach me the sound of 1 hand." An electric spark zoomed throughout his body upon hearing the master. Toyo bowed and returned to his quarters. His young mind raced. He wanted to prove himself, to show he was worthy. As he sat by his window, music drifted through the night air. The distant songs of geishas carried on the breeze. The sounds instilled serenity in the air. Inspired, he sang a fragment of their melody to the master the next evening. But Mokurai shook his head gently and said, "No, try again." So Toyo moved to a small hut in the forest. There, surrounded by rustling leaves and the quiet company of crickets, he meditated. Each day he searched for answers, and each evening he returned to the master. "Is it the drip of water?" pondered Toyo. "No," said the master gently. "The trill of a bird?" "No." "The sigh of the wind? The rustle of trees? The chirp of crickets?" "All wrong. Keep going," said the master. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. The seasons changed around him. Spring's blossoms fell, summer's rains passed, autumn's leaves scattered, and winter's frost touched the temple stones. Toyo tried every sound he could imagine. His mind grew weary, yet his determination remained. After nearly a year, he sat in his hut yet again. Toyo soon realized that he had exhausted every possibility. There was nothing left to bring to his master. He bowed his head, feeling both defeated and strangely at peace. He was feeling empty. Years later, as Toyo had grown into a man, like every day, the river was busy moving gently on the rocks, birds were chirping and taking bath in the clear waters, and the foliage was soaking in the sun. Suddenly, in the quietness of all these sounds, he understood. The sound of 1 hand was not a sound at all. It was the silence, the soundless sound, the quiet that holds all things, the stillness beneath every note, every breath, every heartbeat. And in that silence, Toyo discovered something deeper than an answer. He discovered presence. This story talks aloud about quietness. Toyo's path began with the eagerness of youth, a heart full of questions and a mind restless for answers. He searched for answer to his guru's question in the songs of geishas, in the drip of water, in the cry of birds, in the sigh of the wind. He searched in every sound the world could offer, bringing them one by one to his master, only to be turned away. Seasons passed. Spring blossoms fell like whispers, summer rains softened the earth, autumn leaves scattered in golden silence, and winter's frost stilled the temple stones. Through each change, Toyo carried his cone, listening, wondering, and offering every sound he could imagine. At last, when all sounds had been tried and all answers exhausted, Toyo sat quietly in his hut. There was nothing left to bring, nothing left to say, and in that emptiness, he touched something deeper. He understood. The sound of one hand was not a sound at all. It was the silence beneath every note, the stillness between each breath, the quiet presence that holds the world together. This story is not only about the silence that rests beneath all sounds, but also about the quiet strength of persistence. Toyo carried his cone with patience, even as frustration grew. When he finally reached the point of helplessness, when there were no more answers to chase, he discovered that he himself was the answer. It reminds us that what we seek is never far away. In fact, it lives within us. All we need is to soften the noise inside and to be in the moment, to pause from striving and to allow ourselves simply to be. In that stillness, without doing, without listening, without searching, the moment itself becomes complete. Thank you for listening to this Zen tale of Toyo and Mokurai. Stories like these remind us that wisdom often lies in silence and patience. If this story touched you, share your reflections in the comments. I'd love to know what you learned and where you are listening from. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss another story from around the world. Until next time, may your journey be filled with calm, clarity, and joy. Namaskar and see you soon.